This is where Tex is so dangerous, takes the shot, and as Tex takes the shot, Alisson takes off to turn it behind for a corner. But a good response here from Tex, having gone down. Immediately trying to put Dasari back under pressure here.
Doesn't want to go into the second leg, a goal down.
Messi with the ball through here to Kylian Mbappe. Linesman's flag will go up though.
And even though it's a position Tex has been in many a time, going into that second leg and responding to how his opponent is playing, it's been Dasari really who's allowed Tex to dictate the pace, and it's been Dasari reading Tex and saying, all right, what have you got to offer in this first leg? What are you going to do with your famous attack and your famous skill moves? And even though Tex has come close to breaking through, doesn't have a goal to show for it. So Dasari's going to be more than happy with how this first leg is gone.
And towards that 90th minute then, is there going to be a sting in the tail here? Dasari, the man with the ball at his feet. As we doubt, enter stoppage time. Ronaldo gets a piece of it, but Dasari will keep the ball and find a ball inside here to Frankie de Jong. Mbappe comes across to win the ball back, and maybe an opportunity here with just a few seconds left for Tex to go forward. Cristiano Ronaldo stretches his legs down this right-hand side. Messi now twisting, turning, half drag back, but Ruud Gullit stands tall here for Dasari, and at the end of the first leg here,
who was able to get the lead.
90 minutes then in our second leg to decide who will be our Xbox finalist. If Dasari can hold on or find a second, it will be the Saudi Arabian with an opportunity to add FIFA 20 to his list of FIFA installments where he has won a major title. For Tex, first things first, he's got to find an equaliser here and possibly send it the distance.
He certainly has the capability to do so. It is a case of more of the same and continue to have this possession and this dominance of the game, but in the early stages, Dasari just keeping the ball a little bit. Maybe trying to dictate the pace of play himself, rather than allowing Tex to do so, as what happened in the first leg.
Well, square ball is on again here to Frankie de Jong. LA comes and collects, and Zambrotta will turn back inside to find de Jong again. He's so nimble on the ball, Frankie de Jong. That's what makes it so difficult to defend against. And speaking of difficult to defend against, Dasari coming out with some fire at the start of this second leg. And only for the right hand of Alisson has the scoreline stay at 1-0 on aggregate.
All I'll say is thank goodness Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't have a 5-star weak foot. Otherwise, he would be absolutely unstoppable.
Here's Johan Cruyff then into Cristiano Ronaldo, but just swarmed by Texas players there, as he has to be very careful with Ferland Mendy to pick out a pass.
Really, Dasari just not allowing any space for Tex at the back, making it very difficult for him to even get out of his own box, let alone into Dasari's half. But Tex has done well to keep this ball here, not be too scared by the pressure that has been applied.
And not for the first time we're seeing this tactic being employed by Dasari, playing this high line to start the game off. He's sure, once he got that goal in the last game, he did drop back a little bit. He, put men behind the ball. And I wonder if that's because when the player's stamina is higher, Dasari is happier to play that high line because he can cover more ground.
But yeah, towards the latter stages of games, sometimes players that you rely on to defensively get back and cover you, they can let you down at just the wrong times. Tex still has possession though, and still being able to play the ball around in all areas of the pitch except that final third at the moment.
We'll keep possession here with Cristiano Ronaldo, and Robertson's going to have to get back into position, and this is the battle I was talking about. Fullback versus wide cam. R9 Ronaldo goes back inside to Alexander-Arnold. Still, Tex not able to find a way to get that ball inside the 18-yard box. And again, Dasari, he's just cutting everything off at the source here for Tex.
Usually what makes Tex so good against other people is he's not looking at just the first pass. He's usually thinking 2 passes ahead. The downside is Dasari is also doing the same thing. He's also that intelligent. He has that footballing brain that he can read 2 passes ahead as well. He's cutting all of these runs. He's positioning his central defensive midfielders in these spots where Tex isn't able to break into the areas that allows him to utilize his skill set. And with 25 minutes in, it's still looking like Dasari who would be moving on. He's still having chances as well, and that's the scary thing for Tex.
He's already shown how deadly he is as well. We know how deadly Dasari is. Once he gets a chance, it's very rare. You'll see him not do everything in his power to make sure that that chance ends up in a goal. Offside trap played by Dasari, again just trying to squeeze pressure onto Tex. But Tex has finally found his way towards the 18-yard box. Here's Ronaldo, maybe baiting that little elastico again. Ruud Gullit back to R9. Can't twist away from Frenkie de Jong. And you have to say, de Jong has been exceptional in that position so far for MS Dasari.
Well, certainly when the Team of the Year foot item was released, everyone looked at those statistics and were like, wow, he is special. And he has done the job for Dasari so far.
Well, Cristiano Ronaldo now trying to turn onto that right foot. And oof, not going to lie, I didn't think there was enough power to really trouble the goalkeeper there. But Alisson forced to turn that one behind for a corner. And now Dasari gets the ball back to Cristiano Ronaldo, but Ruud Gullit steps in, and ooh, Tex has to be careful here. And he does very, very well to escape the danger. And now look at the acres of ground in front of Cristiano Ronaldo just to run into. De Ligt has to come across and deal with him. Ronaldo back inside here to de Jong. Cruyff inside the 18-yard box for the first time in a while. Here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Tex is looking so dangerous. R9, but again, not the premium chance that he could have created.
Back turn to goal. It's always going to be a lackluster finish when you try and swivel like that and take the shot, even with the lights of prime moments. R9. But Tex just looks so good going forward.
He's having to work so hard just to get inside that 18-yard box. I mean, how many times can you say so far across the first 90 and the second 40 minutes so far that Tex has even managed to get inside the 18-yard box?
He's pulling all the tricks out of his book. Well, at the moment, none of them have been particularly successful to get past the rock-solid defence of MS Dasari.
At the same time, Dasari has looked dangerous every time he's gone forward, and Gullit has to get a toe end on that one.
And one thing we certainly can say is both of these players dealing with the pressure phenomenally. Not struggling when there's a couple of misplaced passes at the back or if they're under a lot of pressure.
Cristiano Ronaldo now inside the 18-yard box, stops up. Finally, Tex has found his way past Dasari. The battle won for the first time in that fullback position by Tex, and it results in the equaliser.
And he just looks across and gives a subtle little nod, and he will stay calm as it's job done. He's got that goal. And it was R9 in the perfect place, the right place at the right time, as he so often is. And it's what this game needed. I think it would have been somewhat of an injustice if Tex wasn't able to display all this skill and all this ability to go forward and then not be rewarded with a goal.
But he's got to be careful here from the restart, because Dasari has found space with Johan Cruyff, and Mendy has to defend. And he does so. De Jong now, right at the death here. Almost finds a pass away, but at half-time here in the second leg, still nothing to divide these two Titans. What a game we have in our hands.
A really close game. You saw briefly with the statistics as well. Possession, nothing to separate the two of them. Tex has had one more shot. And that shot did result in a goal with R9. And it's how he's been able to break away on this right-hand side with Cristiano Ronaldo so successfully. And again, brings me back to my point of how vital this Team of the Year Cristiano Ronaldo has been, not only in this tournament, but the last couple since the Team of the Year was released. Without him, it's going to be so difficult to be able to break through with how defending is at the moment.
Dasari from the kickoff has a clear tactic on how he wants to go forward. Fires that ball down the line almost immediately, and now Tex has to defend. He has to switch on, because Dasari really has been very good going forward himself in this game as well. He's created chances. You could arguably say in that first half, he created more clear-cut chances than Tex did.
However, that pass, not too great, but at the same time, Tex is just giving the ball away as well. As much as I was saying, these players are dealing with pressure, some more risky balls coming into the equation now. Something I always appreciate players trying, though, rather than always going for the safe option. I prefer seeing players try and experiment a little bit. That's the aggression from Tex again with his fullbacks.
There's not many players you'd see pull a fullback out of position to try and win the ball back, but Tex is almost synonymous with it himself. Switch of the play here to Frankie de Jong, goes all the way across to Ferland Mendy now.
And there is loads of space on this left-hand side.
And he's been found as well. Foot race here between Pele and Zambrotta. Ball flies up in the air. Falls to Dasari, no danger here for the Saudi Arabian.
And Tex really trying to counteract that overload ball side now with the quick switch of play and then driving the ball down the wing that almost every player at this tournament has worked out by this point. And what a lot of players at this tournament don't have to offer is what they do after they get the ball down the wing, whereas Tex does have that ability to dance his way into the box and into an opportunity at goal against so many others.
R9 makes a fantastic run. It's found here by Tex. Thinks the ball towards the back post, and Allison, well, I think he had a little bit more time than he thought there. And that's going to be a corner to Tex. Just a mistake from the goalkeeper. Going to be what creates a chance here for the young man. Dasari defending once again.
So often I have said this tournament, like, get that ball to the back post. Cristiano Ronaldo is there and he is often a mismatch, even if heading isn't as strong as FIFA 19. Tex has tried it once.
And Ronaldo's beating the fullback here. Space inside here for Hullet to attack. Goes back inside to R9. Tex looking dangerous again, but Hullet gets back to make the tackle.
Just too many bodies to get away with a drag back like that. If he was successful, it's probably a clear-cut chance, but there's a massive opportunity now for Tex.
Pele picks the ball up here. Around 30 yards out from goal. Gets the return ball from Frankie de Jong. Pele, de Jong pinging the ball back and forth, but again, just can't quite combine to create that chance that could win the game.
He was playing it quickly. He wanted to take advantage of a couple of players out of position by going for the ping-pong approach. With 23 minutes left, nothing to separate the two. Tex leads in this leg, but Dasari did get a goal in the first leg. If it does stay this way, we will go to extra time. And then penalties to decide it if nothing splits the two.
And this game really has been an example about how micro decisions and micro things can influence games between the best in the world. Hullet goes across here to Frankie de Jong. Dasari building from the back and now dinks it in, and Van Dijk is one player who can win those headers against Ronaldo.
If you see anyone going up against him, you're happy when it is Van Dijk, but again, it's Dasari trying something a little bit different. Whether it's been from set pieces, whether it's been crossing the ball, it's always been Cristiano Ronaldo as that target man. Here's Pele again on the left-hand side, just being able to beat the fullback so successfully. Tex is just a nightmare for anyone trying to defend with the fullbacks.
Frankie de Jong into Cristiano Ronaldo, gets the ball back on that right foot as well. Virgil van Dijk has to stretch to get the block away, but again, Tex knocking on the door here. And now we are going to see changes on both sides, personnel changes. Is there a super sub that's going to be introduced here? Is there going to be a hero in Paris for either MS Dasari or for Tex?
The only two players left in the tournament who are previous FUT Champions Cup winners. We started with 6 here in Paris, and they were one by one knocked out and eliminated. And one more has to go before we get to the grand final.
From the corner then, heel to heel from Mbappe. Tex trying to pressure Dasari, instead goes back and recycles the play to make sure that he doesn't get caught on the counter-attack. That's respect to MS Dasari. Frankie de Jong again to Hullet. The two Dutchmen linking up in midfield. Offers so much going forward and back.
Everyone behind the ball for Dasari now as Tex marches on with only 10 minutes left, and Dasari knows that one slip up and this game is over and his tournament life will also be over.
Just a few minutes left then. Frankie de Jong gets caught out by Dasari. Good pressure here from the Saudi Arabian. And the counter-attack is on here for Desari.
Certainly was on, but Tex did well with Frankie de Jong.
Mbappe steals in though. And what a story it would be if the man who plays for Paris Saint-Germain could create something here in Paris. A winner for one of these two players. Ronaldo into R9. Tex at the death into Cristiano Ronaldo, but the linesman's flag has gone up.
It is certainly Tex knocking on the door at the moment though. Just needs to ensure when he is going forward that he doesn't do anything silly with it. And that's silly.
Is Ronaldo going to get there? Oh my word. Imagine the game was decided by that. Oh,
I mean, thank God it
in
wasn't.
your mouth for Desari.
As Tex almost nips it with R9 again, as Desari desperately just trying to play the ball around with his defence.
Ball over the top though by Desari. Mbappe will get on the end of it. Van Dijk can't win it either. Ronaldo gives the ball away from Robertson. We're into stoppage time here in our Xbox final. Pele with the tackle on de Jong.
There's still time.
What a ball that is. Alisson.
What's going on?
Where are you going? R9, is he going to get there? No, he isn't. And the referee will bring the game to an end. We're going into extra time.
Alisson has caused a lot of worry there for MS Desari in those final few moments.
His head's gone.
But the two best Xbox players around in this era of FIFA cannot be separated after two 90-minute legs of FIFA 20. And we go into extra time and potentially penalties as well. Tex definitely looks the more likely of scoring with how he has been going forward and how he has been threatening MS Desari's defence, but Desari has very much stood up to the pressure. A couple of mistakes at the back and a couple of worrying passes, that's for sure. But also, you know, every single time Desari gets that ball and he goes forward, there's always that potential of him creating that little bit of magic as well.
And this is the thing now, you've got fresh players on the pitch in those wide areas against tired fullbacks. That's still where the battle's going to be won or lost between these two players. I'm talking at both ends. Desari looking to utilise that long ball over the top. Tex trying to isolate that fullback. But extra time is where we find ourselves. Nothing to split these two players.
And because players are going to be a little bit more tired as well, expect to be overload ball siding on both sides.
Here's Eusebio. Some of those fresh legs for Desari. Frankie de Jong, Lionel Messi. Such a dangerous player to bring on in these situations. Tex makes the interception, but gives the ball away almost immediately now, as Messi picks it up once more.
You can really see the speed in which Tex is just trying to break away and get a counter-attack. He wants to go at Desari here. He wants to win this game. We saw it in the early stages of the knockout rounds where it was in the 115th minute, rather than just saying, okay, I'll take a penalty shootout. He pushed on, he wanted a goal.
Mbappe's in behind here. Zambrotta's struggling to get back and defend. Back inside to Lionel Messi. Messi turning, R9, surely not now! Defended so well again by Desari.
He's going to be a corner though, played short.
Eusebio just pinches it off of Messi.
Yeah, Tex loves playing it short and then going into the box, but this time predicted by MS Desari, and that's where Tex does have to be careful.
There's that running behind here for Cristiano Ronaldo. Look at the ball across to Lionel Messi. Oh my word, it just seemed to curve away at the last second. I think Desari thought, that's my chance to win this game.
It looked like the perfect ball. Just skipped away from Messi, and thankfully Alisson was there to do something about it.
Stoppage time at the end of the first half of extra time then. You can feel the tension here in Paris. What a game this has been. Ronaldo does beat Robertson. Hullet forced out of that position. Tex now into R9, inside by Tex! Magic once again from the feet of Tex. Desari shattered at the end of the first half of extra time.
And you could put that down to just incredible ability again on the right-hand side with Cristiano Ronaldo. Something as simple as a step over to beat the man. Having the vision to play it back across the box. And then take the risk of that final and extra pass to R9. As the whistle goes at the halftime of extra time, it could have been Dasari going in with the lead if Messi was able to get to that ball. But one of the biggest problems with Messi, just quite short, that base player model. Wasn't able to quite stretch out for it. He was beaten by Alisson. And now with 15 minutes left, Dasari, who had to come back in his semi-final matchup, will need to find something similar here against Tex.
And I think you could say for both of Tex's goals have been the only times that he's managed to beat that fullback in the 1v1 situation. It's so deadly. It's so difficult to play against. Tex showing no emotion whatsoever when these goals are going in, though, because he knows what he's up against still. He's seen what Dasari can do as far as coming back is concerned. And he knows he's got a lot of hard work ahead of him, even though it's just 15 more minutes in-game he has to hold on.
And it is quite funny that in the interview yesterday, Tex saying he just wants to have fun and he's got Harry here to enjoy himself, but it's all business in-game. You got to say, you see him score that goal, no celebration whatsoever.
This stage at a tournament.
Stern face.
It's business time. I don't care what you say. Finals, trophies,
That's
what everyone plays for.
It's MS Dasari you're playing. You can't celebrate too early.
Especially when Dasari's in behind almost immediately here from the restart. And one thing to point out here is Dasari does have the ball from kickoff, and Mbappe is the man who gets back to defend.
I mean, I'm expecting to see a pretty big outburst of emotion if Tex can hold on to this victory.
I'm expecting the stone face.
Maybe after a little roar, and maybe he might toss his hand warmer towards his mum like he's done in a few other rounds. Every single time he scores, it is a little nod of appreciation towards his mum who comes and supports him at all of these events.
And maybe here a chance for Tex to end this. R9 Ronaldo. Oh, and Dasari. He has a chance here to go forward. Given away though. Lionel Messi round the goalkeeper. No.
And this almost put to bed twice now by Tex, but Dasari lives to fight for 8 more minutes. And could those chances come back to haunt Tex here?
Space here for Lionel Messi. Dasari, who was holding on by a string in this game, now has the chance to come forward again. Surely not.
What?
Virgil van Dijk. Oh my word.
One of the best slide tackles I've seen, if not all tournament, if not all season.
Zambrotta will win the ball back though. Dasari throwing everything forward here at Tex. The Saudi Arabia with it. 2-2 on aggregate. The king of the jungle has something to say about the outcome of this game.
And who better in Paris than Zinedine Zidane? Absolutely walloped into the top corner. And Tex was mere moments, mere inches away from being into the grand final.
Take yourself back just a few seconds, Dan. The chances that fell to Tex. The fact that Alisson managed to get a hand as he tried to ball roll with Lionel Messi around him to finish this game off. But now, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. 2-2, tied up on aggregate. A few moments left to decide if anyone can create a chance. Otherwise, it will be decided from the spot. This never disappoints. Never.
I just wish we could add another game, add more minutes, just play this one out between two of the best around.
Forever.
But it will be a penalty shootout if we cannot see another goal from one of these two. And you saw the panic in Texas defense ever since that opportunity when Dasari's just streaming forward towards him with every single player on the pitch. And it is so difficult when you get in that kind of mindset of, well, I've just hit the post and then I should have probably scored with Messi. Your brain is still very much focused on that. Whether you are the most composed player around, that is something that you are 100% going to be thinking about. And if not all 100% of your brain power is going on defending against MS Dasari, the 2018 world champion, and he is going to take full advantage of that. Maybe one last chance then for both of these players.
Just a few moments left in this game for one more attack. Tex does have possession as we enter The 120th minute in our Xbox final.
Last attack or bust, I feel, here for Tex. Hold on to the ball and say, look, I either win now or we're going to a shootout. Dasari spreads the play to the left-hand side. Not as much space on the left as he would have liked here.
Does have a 1v1 though on that left-hand side, but Dasari switches player, has to deal with it though. Mbappe's going to get there. Can he keep the ball in? Yes, he does. Van Dijk has to deal with it. And we are going to the spot, ladies and gentlemen. Messi first up here for Tex. He scores. And now the rebuttal from MS Dasari. Messi for him as well, and Tex makes the save!
How much of an influence is #Harry going to be here as Mbappe sends it left, but it hits the post. So close from Tex. And Dasari has the chance to equalise with Eusebio.
Oh,
but it's saved again by Tex.
R9 steps up. He misses as well. Just the one penalty converted so far, and we're tied up after 3 penalties apiece.
Ronaldo for Tex. This one goes wide as well, and it's a second missed. And Dasari can take advantage with Mbappe. And it has. Tex has to score.
Pullet steps up for Tex. Dasari saves, and he goes through, but Tex has given himself a lifeline here. Dasari scores, and he will go through, but Tex makes the save!
He lives to fight another day, and then De Jong, that one's saved though!
Dasari to win it all here. Dasari, no! I do not believe what we're seeing. Mendy now,
no!
wide!
One last chance for Dasari to win. It's Robertson. He goes right. He's